Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gig Economy Talk with Lynn. Sometimes you've just got to get things off of your chest. Sometimes with these apps, the way they do drivers, customers, and even the restaurant employees, with the way they do is really abysmal. Just how things at times are. And so, just to give you some example, just now we have Uber Eats that is trying to ape the formula of DoorDash by way of pausing your account. They had tried that a while back. I saw maybe about 7, 8 months ago they did it, but now seems that they have added a little extra to it. If you just don't accept our trash offers that we give you, we're going to pause your account and then we are not going to allow you to see the transparency if you turn the app back on. That is your punishment for not accepting garbage. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And that is something else with DoorDash. I have not seen anything that aggressive. You know, they have with DoorDash does so much a way of pausing at times, but mainly this series of just absolute churning out garbage. A lot of times, I get tired of sifting through the hard rocks of these orders until I can find some true gems that I can accept that will make this worth my while going out. Gas going up, and they're really going to lower the base pay of things. And then with the fact that even people not realizing how premium a service this is, you not entitled to have a hamburger or pizza or whatever delivered to your home without compensating the driver. Really, we don't owe you anything like this, but it is would be nice to have a little home training and a great deal of consideration and and tipping with that. And it's the very fact that a person on the DoorDash app that there is a tip that's automatically up there and a person has to go in and adjust it lower. How demeaning and how disrespectful is that? It's really something else with that. And with Grubhub sending you the equivalent of two states over at times for half or less than half the pay to do so. They'll get you out in the middle of the woods somewhere sometime and then want you to do this for half of like a base of bare bones minimum. Not the way I like to do it, but at the very least, $1 a mile round trip, you know, would be good. At the very least, most people that do much more than that, but I'm saying bare bones minimum, $1 a mile round trip. You would get things done a lot more often. You wouldn't have as much food sitting for a ridiculous amount of time getting ice cold on shelves. This is for all of the apps because they seem to have ate the worst parts of what DoorDash is doing on timer. I think with Grubhub's timer, they said it's maybe 5 minutes if you don't move on. DoorDash, I think Grubhub says, okay, we're going to do it in 4 minutes. If you don't move, then we're going to send you that message. And then while you're en route, we're going to just take it away, even if you are en route and maybe close even to the location, that we can take it away from you and penalize you for it. You know, sometimes there are extenuating circumstances as to why you did not move from where your area is in 4 minutes or less. So give somebody a break. Even the 5 minutes or less at time can be different. And it's like the GPS does not register you with DoorDash if you are moving on an unnamed road, that or Grubhub. If you're on an unnamed road, it makes it look like you're sitting still until you can get well on a named road. As I tell you what, now look, this is my bread and butter. By and large, I wouldn't do it if there weren't many benefits to it. But at times, out of adapting and changing with them in order to do something that benefits us, it's taxing sometimes. And then with the fuel prices raising up, they have the audacity to lower the pay for you. Like you're just gonna do it. Yeah, maybe new ones that don't know any better do it. Or people who get really desperate may feel that they'll do it. Because they feel, well, they may not send me anything at all, so they will take the garbage. And that's why these companies do it. Because there's enough people who will still accept it. And we'll just wean out or penalize the ones that have the system down and know exactly what they're doing and know how to navigate around it to make the best earnings that they can. Just weed those people out, penalize them more. We're independent contractors. We don't have to accept it. So stop with the employee mentality of trying to uh, mold us into what we have to, except we do not have to do so. A lot of times, if you're just patient and you watch carefully, or you're able to piece together a couple of orders that make it worth your while, strategically work, as I like to say, you can make what you need. You can do this. If enough people stopped accepting the orders, then they would have to conform. They always do. Find it funny that they claim that they're not making much money from all of this, but when there's a low driver amount in a particular area, magically, here comes some incentive pay or peak pay or whatever. Here comes some incentive. Now, if I don't have any money, I cannot bring out any kind of incentive. I don't know about you, but that's usually the case with me. Is that there's no money. If there's no money anywhere, I can't give you extra money. So don't be fooled. Don't fall for the shenanigans and the okey doke people. It's lies. They're making a lot more money. Why would they still be in business? Why can they pay you more when there's fewer drivers in a particular area? Think about this a little bit, please, people, and let me help you to work strategically to maximize your earnings with a minimal amount of wear and tear on you and your vehicle. I can exhale now. Hopefully, I've said something that maybe you thought about. But please work strategically, people. Please know that you deserve better than what your way you're treated and all by these companies and people in the restaurants and customers. It's not the driver's fault. A lot of, but we're on the front lines. We're the pawns of the game, and so we get the issues when something does not work right. It's like the drivers. We can't get the employees that didn't prepare, that couldn't prepare the food in time enough to get the orders to you. We can't get them, but we can get the drivers. And the companies, they don't care. They'll just quickly, in a moment's notice, deactivate you, pause you. couldn't care less, and just get another one, another few just like you, and forget that you were even there. So feel much better. Hope I touched on something for you guys. And thanks again. We'll talk later.